Alright guys, we have the Camaro outside. We have all of the parts nicely painted, including these parts on over here. Look at that. We have the front wheels off. We have all of the front suspension exposed, except for the skid plates, but whatever. And we have instructions up. How's that? So, you guys know what time it is. It's time to install the $2,300 lift kit that I bought and rebuilt for $400. We are currently about, let's see. I would say 4 hours into the process. We are to the point where we have wheels off, CV axles out, we have the shocks out, we have the torsion keys off and the torsion bars loose, we have tie rod end disconnected, and brake rotor, brake caliper, all of that good stuff, we have that off. And now we're to the point where we're taking the hubs off and the upper and lower ball joints out. Same story on this side. Yep, so we're moving along pretty quick. Well, I say pretty quick, and we're only on like step, I believe, 10. Yeah, step 10. Yep. But after that, we are cutting and trimming and then putting the actual brackets up. So, we're moving along. Not as fast as I would have liked, but oh well. Moving is moving. Well, guys, it is a goddamn mess in here right now. Lower control arm over here, we got one over here. There's freaking metal shavings all on the ground. We got wheels, we got some knuckles, impact strut cross members, we got freaking torsion bar, torsion key, got a hub assembly with the old knuckle. Yeah, we have differential back in actually. We have the drop brackets in, we have this little skid plate right here in. Yeah, but we're actually moving along pretty well. Still got a long ways to go, but not like 5 days long ways. Maybe like day and a half. This is end of day 2. And, well, we've just been moving along. I'm the only one in here right now. So, I've been moving along on this, trying to get it done. So, yeah. Keep you guys updated. It is officially the end of night. Well, the end of the night for day 2. Got quite a bit done today. We got all of the disassembly done. Sorry, don't mind the fan noise. Just turning it off right now. About to head in for the night. We got all the disassembly done. So everything that we need off is off. We have both brackets in, as I showed you before. Everything is torqued down to what it needs to be torqued down to. And up next, starting bright and early tomorrow, is lower control arms. Now I'm going to have to get upper and lower ball joints because mine are shot, but sometimes that's how it goes with a 20-year-old truck, if I'm being completely honest. Yep, but anyway, chugging along. Peace. Day 3, technically day 4, because I didn't really do a whole lot today. The truck's lifted, and it's lifted pretty high. I'll show you guys. So, originally I say, but the old lift with just the torsion keys, we had, I'd say probably around 10 inches of clearance here. And now, hasn't completely settled, but now it's at 12.5 inches. How about that? Same thing on back here, 12.5 inches. Well, actually just a little bit less than 12.5, but I mean close enough. And then added to that, we have some horrible alignment. Like, it doesn't show too horrible. Well, I guess it actually does. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yep. Toes way out on that. And the camber is just a little bit too positive for my liking. So, I'll get that aligned and get it all battened down. So, now check out the, you can't see from over there. Check out these bad boys. These are some brand new Fabtech shocks. Cleaning up the front end, giving a little bit of a contrast, you know. Throwing that little bit of white with all that black. All that newly painted black cross members. Look at those. Ooh, you can't actually see it because it's pretty dark, but still. Yeah. Looks pretty sick. And it's honestly not even that hard to get up into it. You just kind of gotta, boop. That easy, guys. And I mean, still feels like the same old truck, except for, whoa, looks like I'm falling. It looks like I'm falling from a frickin' skyscraper. It's insane. Yeah, I haven't put in the impact strut bar yet, or the impact braces. Mainly because, one, it's not needed to run, and two, it's not like dependent at all to the alignment. And I have a concert I need to go to, so putting that on hold for right now. Then once I get that done, truck will be ready to rock. Well, yeah, not gonna rock crawl with this, but ready to mud. That's funny. No, it's not. Okay. Anyway, it is currently past 12:30, and I need to get to bed so that I can wake up and do some stuff in the morning. Guys, what is up? We have finished the lift install. It only took about 3 days. Right now I am driving the truck over to Toyota to get it aligned, and then, well, we can give you guys a full review of what the truck actually looks like on this lift here. That'll be pretty fun, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna go on ahead and drive over there. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I have finished, well, the shop has finished getting the truck aligned, and as you can see, the wheels are straight, so that's a plus. That is a plus. If we check on in here, I'll pop in the truck a minute. The steering wheel is straight as well, so that is also a plus. So now that the steering wheel is straight and the wheels are straight, well, I mean, she's good to drive. Technically, okay, so there is one part of the lift that is not installed, and it is, you see those little mounts there, there is a little impact strut that mounts up to these bolts right here, 1 and then 2. And I do not have that on because obviously this is a completely redone lift from taking it off of a front end of a vehicle to painting it. So that one part was bent. So I'm getting a new one ordered from Fabtech, and it should come in within a few days. And it's not extremely pertinent that you have that part, but obviously the lift kit kind of looks incomplete without those bars. So I'm getting that. That's the only thing that I don't have on the lift. But I do need new tires, as you guys might be able to tell. Not much tread left. But hey, they got me where I need to go. So hey. But anyway, might as well take you guys through what all went into this lift. And we're actually going to start in the back this time instead of starting up in the front. So, starting here, we have, obviously, I already had a 3-inch block and an add-a-leaf on my truck. So, in addition to that, I put the stock block back in. And basically, what Fabtech says is they give you the 3-inch block and the add-a-leaf, and obviously the U-bolts. They say, so you gotta drop the rear axle and just slide the 3-inch block and the add-a-leaf right on top of your stock block. So I was already halfway done with that. So that made the back end very easy for me. But then we get up on into the front, and first part is these torsion bar drop brackets right here. So these drop it, I'd say 3 to 4 inches down. Drops the whole cross member right there. And obviously you have to take out the torsion bars, torsion keys, all that. You throw this right on in there. You have to drill 4 holes into your frame, but that's not a big deal. You don't have to worry about that. So, and then you follow the torsion bars on down to the rear drop cross member, and that's a big old boy right there. You got to take off your lower control arms and slide the top part back in to where the lower control arms were, and attach it with the bolts that they provided for the lift. And then after you do that, get all that done, you have to take out the front differential. This is for 4-wheel drive, by the way. You have to take it out and shim some of the cooling fins so that it can fit back once you put it onto the drop cross member. And then obviously we got the pretty white Fabtech shocks right there, looking real nice and mean. Then on in the wheel well, we got the CV axle spacer right here. So this is so when you put the drop knuckle, the extended knuckle I guess, that comes with the lift in, you will be able to still use your stock CV axles, and it just spaces it out. You torque it down with the new bolts that they give you, and you should be good to go. And then right by this CV spacer right here, we got one of the differential mount drops. So this drops down the differential so that it will connect nicely up to the drop bracket in the back, and that skid plate right there. And that skid plate's a really nice skid plate, so don't have to worry about anything hitting my front differential, that's for sure. Yep, and then you got your sway bar end links right here. These big old boys. So these come with the kit, and they pretty much just extend it so that your mount point doesn't really go anywhere. It brings the sway bar back to the original position, and then same on the other side. And then up all the way in the front is the front drop cross member. So we got that big old piece. And yeah, that's pretty much the long and the short of it. Drop cross member is also repainted. Obviously it's not perfect, but hey, it looks much better than it did. And there's a nice back view of the knuckle here. You got all of your bells and whistles. All of it's nice and tidy. Other shock, other CV spacer. Yeah. So that is essentially the lift. Oh, there is one more thing. So, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the front wheels are much further out than the back wheels now. Well, I wouldn't say much further, but a considerable difference. And that is because if you just drop down the knuckle straight down, then you won't have room to put in a shock because it will hit on this right here. So what they have to do, they have to pull it out just a little bit so all of the geometry, the suspension lines up, you can get your shock in nice and clear. And that also entails pulling out the rear wheels just a little bit, or front wheels just a little bit. So I haven't decided whether I'm going to get another spacer for the back end of the truck yet. Probably decide pretty soon. I mean, it doesn't ride any different, just looks a little bit weird. But anyway, that is the Fabtech 6-inch. Nice little review and installation review, I guess. It's not that difficult. So guys, here's the overall look of the truck after the 6-inch Fabtech install. Looks pretty sick. Pretty awesome. Got the truck aligned, so we are ready to bog deep. Oh, another thing. I do plan on correcting all of this rust up in here. See that? All that rust. Now just might as well just rip that off right now. So I just need to get cab corners, and they actually sell a kit that gives you the cab corners and the rocker panels. Yeah, rocker panels, all in one. So I can get all of that, and I have a little welder in there. It's just a stick welder. So I mean, how hard can it be, right? Welders do it every day. Why can't I? I'm joking. It's gonna take some focus work, trying to figure out how the welder works, and, well, frankly, figure out how to weld. But nonetheless, truck's looking pretty nice, at least I think. I'm very excited about it. I'm gonna start doing some research on tire brands and see what I want to go with. But for now, that is the end of the video. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked this video and would love to see more, go on ahead and tap subscribe and throw on that bell notification too. Why not? But till next time, peace.